Hello everybody, a very good morning to you all and welcome back to another live stream here hosted by myself, Connor Woods, the Trading Education Manager at Taurex, and also at Atmos as well, Atmos funded. I hope everyone has had a good couple of weeks without me, probably been good not hearing my voice for a couple of weeks, but I'm back. And we're going to be looking at today some really good trade ideas, hopefully, and of course, as always, when there's been a break from the live streams for whatever reason, I'm coming back with double prize giveaways. So I know there's some people who are new on the stream who have not come on a couple of times or not come on before at all. It's really simple. All you have to do is comment win. You can see it in this right here. Comment win on the YouTube live chat. That's going to put you into a live draw, and I will draw the winners at the end of the stream. And today I'm going to be giving away 4 prizes. I'm going to be giving away 2 lots of $10,000 two-phase funded Atmos challenges. And I'm also going to be giving away 2 lots of 50% deposit bonuses into Taurex, up to $250. So if you decided to deposit $500 into Taurex, we would give you $250 on top of that. Okay, so they're the 4 prizes that I'm going to be giving away today. And on top of that, it's going to be the normal streams for those who have been on before. Really a bit of a catch up in terms of what's been going on in the markets and really looking ahead to new trades. This is probably the longest break I've had in trading in years. I cannot remember the last time I was off the charts for this long, so I'm feeling a bit rusty. But we're going to be live trading. We're going to be trying to look to place some trades. If I see any trading opportunities, I will be looking to place some trades live for you in front of you as well. So I'm really excited to be back, and I appreciate all the comments coming through on the YouTube channel. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes now just saying hello to some of the people who have decided to join me, because I do appreciate everyone who's commenting and liking and sharing these live streams. So hello to you, Easton. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Who else? We've got Maniac. We've got Bernardus. Who else is on there? Nikhil. Hello. It's good to see you as well. I know Nikhil's been on our streams many times before. Sheikh, hello to you. We've got some new people as well. Aegis, great to be here for the first time. Thank you very much for tuning in today. It's very good. Just to give you some background, I normally stream two or three times a week anyway. I haven't streamed for the past 2.5 weeks. I've been away in Australia, and I'm back. I came back yesterday, so straight back in the saddle, as we call it. Hello to Gabra. We've got Mohammed on the live stream as well. We've got Faisal. Hello to you as well. Good to see you. Who else we got? We've got Moch Roby, S Martix XAN. Hello to you. Good to see you as well. Adolphus. Hello. My holiday was very good. Thank you very much for asking. Very much enjoyed it. Had it all really. A lot of drinking, a lot of sightseeing, chilling out, watching the sport, all that sort of stuff, right up my street. So very much enjoyed it. Faisal says that currency trading is too much fluctuation at the moment. Yeah, we're in August, so sometimes this can be a slightly tricky time to trade, but we're going to try and navigate it as best as we can and keep that risk nice and low during these summer months. A lot of people are on holidays as well, so sometimes the volatility can be a bit random and sometimes it can be a bit low as well, so that can be quite frustrating. So I've already got some requests on the chat section. We've got Eurodollar, DXY. I was going to do that anyway. Gold, of course, we're going to take a look at gold as well. A lot of people commenting win as well, and thank you very much for the welcome messages back. It is really good to be back. So okay, right, where do we start? Oh, let's actually start with an update on the mentorship as well before we dive onto the chart. So obviously I'm back now, so I am going to be working really hard now for the next 3 weeks or so to try and get all of the course recorded, or the remaining of the course recorded. I've done about half. I've got about half left, and when that course is done, that I should be in a good position to be able to release my mentorship scheme. So if you keep joining the live streams, if you come and join our Discord channel, the link will be in the description below. Join that, it's absolutely free. I'll be there sort of providing updates on when I'll be able to actually release that mentorship scheme. It's going to include one-to-one sessions, it's going to include back-tested strategies, it's even going to include, if you want, it's going to include bots and EAs. I've been working with a fantastic developer over the past 8 or 9 months or so, and we've pretty much automated all of the strategies. We've tested loads of different strategies. Some strategies that I thought were great weren't so great. We've got back-tested results on all of our strategies from the last 6 years. So make sure you stay tuned for that update, because it's going to be really, really good. Just to let you know as well, you do only need to comment win once. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it will double your chance of winning, but you still only need to comment win once to be entered into the live draw. Look, I'll show you. I've got the live draw right here now. When you comment win, you get put onto this list, and then it draws completely at random. So I'm not fixing the draw for anyone who I know or anything like that. It's completely random, okay? So yeah, I'll be able to provide you that update hopefully very soon, but just bear with me for the next couple of weeks whilst I get back into things. And we've got some new analysts joining globally as well, and I'll be able to provide you more updates on that as we go. All right then, just once. Yeah, all you need to do is comment once. Did I just see I just saw Daniel on there say holidays are for wimps. Yeah, he's probably right. What do you need to go on holiday for? We need a break from trading. Trading is like a holiday. The freedom of trading is like a holiday, right? Which sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Kirkton, hello to you. Good to see you, Kirkton. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Kirkton's been on my streams for years, and he always comes back no matter what, no matter how long I'm away for. So it's good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in this morning. Yes, okay, right. Without further ado, we know what's going on with the live streams. I've given you an update on everything that's going on. What's going on in the markets at the moment? So I think where we should start, I don't want to go through what's happened in the last 2 weeks, because that's already been baked into the markets previously. No one wants to hear me talk about what happened on the 18th of July when I left. It's old news. Let's focus on what's going on in the future. The only old news that I think would be worth looking at was that NFP print on Friday. That was a low print, wasn't it? We've seen low prints before. I think what's important now is when we head into the next NFP coming up in September, will we get another low print? Because last time we had a low print, I think it was of like 20k or something on the jobs number. The following month, it just seemed like it was an anomaly. Basically, it was a one-off, because the jobs numbers went back up again. People say they're fixed. Who knows? But we'll see if next month we see another low number, because that will be a sign of a decrease. A fall in the strength of the labour market, and then we could see some more risk-off trading. I'm seeing a lot of people predicting a big stock market crash. I'm not quite sure yet. Yes, so the news that's important for today, and I'm going to explain this because someone, Garber, sorry, why is the dollar dumping? I'll tell you why the dollar's dumping. It's this news. It's becoming increasingly likely that Donald Trump is going to be pushing out the current Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, and there's actually news on here about him lining up some successors, some interim successors in the meantime. Where was it? I saw it down here somewhere. Where was it? Temporary Federal Reserve Governor in the next few days. I'm seeing lots of news about this. So the main thing here is that obviously we know there's been a clash between Jerome Powell and current Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Basically, what it is in simple terms is Jerome Powell isn't cutting rates, and Trump thinks, and a lot of other of the Federal Reserve members now think that Powell should start cutting rates, but he's so worried about inflation that he's refusing to cut. Now, why does that mean the dollar's dumping? Well, in simple terms, if you're looking at it from an investor's point of view, and normally the US is like a really safe bet, there's not much uncertainty. It's a really strong economy, and it is still a strong economy. But with Trump, what it does is he just creates carnage, doesn't he? He's not very stable in what he does. It's quite random. Sometimes you wake up, you traders that on the YouTube chat, you will know this more than anyone. You wake up one day and Trump said something, and he's decided to do something out of nowhere, and the markets go crazy. As an investor, that's not an attractive thing to look to go into the US, because you're thinking, well, it's not really something I want to back or invest in when there's so much uncertainty around what he's going to do next. And this whole Trump versus Powell saga is an example of that. It's not a good look on the US, and it's causing a credibility issue. And when you see a credibility issue, you start to see investment flows out of what was normally a really safe and stable US dollar. And that's why we've seen the US dollar fall recently, overall, over the last couple of months. Just reading some of the comments now. Dollars weak across there. NFP was a shocker and revised the old ones too. So bad, I was hoping for some USD strength, but nope. And to be fair, when we go on the charts in a minute, and I'll show you euro dollar and I'll show you the dollar, my analysis from a couple of weeks ago still pretty much stands, especially on the dollar index. Marty, I'm hesitant to buy the US dollar. NFP number was weak and Trump tariff is back. Yes, exactly that. Trump can't fire Powell. No, I don't think he can fire Powell, but I think he's got the influence to push him out. And when you read this article here, sorry, I was looking at this article a minute ago. The thing that I was more looking at is not the fact that, you know, Trump's calling out Powell, you know, because we knew that already. But I think the main thing was where was it down here? Yeah. Two sitting Fed governors, Christopher Waller and Michelle Bowman, have already broken with Powell on the interest rate policy. After Friday's meeting, both issued statements pushing for rate cuts and arguing that Trump tariffs had only a one-time effect on inflation. This bit here. The reason that's important is because there's started to be disagreements internally within the Fed. Okay? Again, not a good look. So, yeah, Powell is on borrowed time, to be honest. And people don't know what the future looks like. People are used to Powell being there and what he does. As soon as you see anything of uncertainty in the markets, then you start to see the markets react in a certain way, which is really dollar lower and risk off trading. And that's what we're seeing, and I think that's maybe what we're going to continue to see in the near future. Any retracement to buy gold and sell US dollar? Yes, I'll take a look at that. The DXY is approaching demand zone. Gamble wisely. Yeah, let's take a look then, shall we? Let's just go straight onto it. Let's start with the dollar, because the dollar is the thing we need to look at overall. So when we look at the dollar index, and I want to start first of all on the daily time frame. Now, just to give you an indication, when I have a break from trading, obviously like all the analysis that I've done before, I literally do this. I remove it. Start fresh. Let's have a look at the new. What's new here? Well, if we actually look at what the daily time frame is telling us, we had a big low there, small retracement, low there, small retracement, low there. Here's the retracement. Yes, I know within that you've got potentially a higher low here. Mini break of structure. You could argue that we might see some support here. And let me zoom in on that and show you exactly what I mean. Where is it? Here. Here's our daily demand zone or daily order block for the smart money traders out there. And to be fair, there is a chance that we see this as a good support area for the dollar. I'm interested to see how this goes. However, when you look at what actually the leg that we're in at the moment, I would call it from this high to this high. I wouldn't claim that we're bullish on the US dollar, especially when you think about the fundamentals that I just mentioned a minute ago. And coupled in with the fact, look, when you draw a Fibonacci from where that high is down to where the low of the year is, we reacted quite nicely from that 61.8% level. So this would be an order block, yes. But if this breaks, if this level breaks, get ready, because we will be heading, I believe, down towards 95 and creating a new low. Now, when you look on the weekly time frame, this is where sometimes I say to people, look at the higher time frames. What's it telling you? Well, look at it. Move higher. This is bearish, for sure. Monthly time frame. We've now cleared these lows. If you look at last month, which was the month, the July month, where the dollar bulls came back, if you look where we actually run into here, we only run into pretty much where the previous support was from this range that we was in back in 2023 to 2024. We run straight into it, and we're seeing a really aggressive reaction. I know it's only 8 days into August, so we shall see. But overall, I think there's still room lower here in the dollar, at least down to this demand zone, and what happens from there is going to be really, really interesting. And the reason that I would sort of lean towards the dollar downside is I've got the fundamentals really to back it up at the moment. So yeah, I think there's more dollar downside to come over the next couple of weeks if we're talking immediately. So that means the likes of gold, I think we'll continue to see really nice support. This range, when I went away on holiday, we were stuck in this range, and when I've come back, we're still stuck in this range. There's not really anything that's changed there, but let's just delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Let's have a look where we are at the moment. Okay. Okay, so we moved into this support area for gold. Nice reaction there. For me, I think this is a continuation trade, at least up towards 3416 today, maybe, because we're going to start to maybe see some resistance at the top of the range around here, and here. You can start to see that resistance coming through. So I think gold has more upside in it in the next 24 hours, 48 hours or so, for the rest of this week, maybe into next week. And I think we could be seeing gold up to around 3,420. But again, we're starting to then get into areas of resistance. Couple that in with maybe that support area for the dollar. It's really interesting to see. So I believe, yes, but to summarize on that, Marty, I believe that from what I'm seeing technically and fundamentally, I think there's more dollar downside to come, and there's more gold upside to come. There's not a great deal left in it in the move. A lot of it has already happened, but there's still more in it, and we could break through those areas. You know, if my advice would be that if you were to get into a trade in gold, for example, I would look to take some profit here, but fundamentally I'm still bullish on gold and bearish on the dollar. So there's no reason why we can't break through this resistance, and then you could be onto a move up to 3,500 potentially. So I would always leave some of the trade on the table and take some of the profit off should you get into profit on that trade. That's what I would do. Let's read what usually Trump speaks greatly influences the market movement of this market. Yeah, for sure. And he's going to say a lot more over the next 24 hours, over the weekend or so, I can imagine. In terms of the news for today, there is quite a bit of news that we should really be looking at. We've got the Bank of England interest rate decision today. So we're expecting the Bank of England to cut rates by 25 basis points. What does that normally mean for the currency? Typically, when a central bank cuts interest rates, that tends to mean that we see a weakening in the currency. So I'm interested to see if we see that. We've got unemployment claims as well out of the US. So let's take a look at GU then, because I imagine that GU is probably a decent market to trade for today. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. GU. You can see GU really over the last sort of month or so has broken below this this trend line that we was in. So I'm going to now zoom in on that. I'm actually thinking that GU looks a really good sell, actually, from what I'm seeing at the moment, technically. Where do we get that sell from? We're in that previous demand zone, so maybe, but we've already tested it. Okay. Have got some imbalance in here. Okay, so we've got some imbalance in there. So I think GU could probably head itself up in towards this imbalance, but I believe that we are going to be running into some resistance here. This could be a potentially good trade. for those who are bullish on the US dollar. The only thing I don't like about it is, will the dollar be in our demand zone at this time? 1.34 as well, which is a good resistance area. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. As in, let me just show you what it looks like. So at least we've got a backup option. Should we see a cut from the central bank, from the Bank of England? Yeah, Daniel, you're right. Actually, it's probably the wrong pair, isn't it? What's euro pound saying? Yeah, it's probably much better, isn't it? One hour time frames. Have a look. Difficult market to get in though, really, isn't it? Because I mean, the way that I would probably trade it is, if you're going to go, you have to go now. But then where do you put your stop loss? Maybe on this wick here, and try and get that continuation trade higher. If you targeted this high, you get 1-to-1. And if we are going to break out higher in euro pound, which looks like we could, then we could target something like 0.89. I'm actually quite bearish on the pound. I was looking at some of the employment figures. It's not very good. So I'm actually quite bearish on the pound at the moment. So this could be a nice breakout trade. 10-to-1, that is. Might place a little bit on that, you know. Like a 0.5% risk on this trade. Fundamentally, it makes sense. I think the euro is Europe is not necessarily in the best state, but not particularly bullish on the pound at the moment at all. Should we try it? Should we try that? What's our stop loss? It's only a 15 pip stop loss though. This is a risky trade. I'm going to trade this live for you guys. Euro pound. GBP, my balance on my account. I'm going to do it from a 50. I started with 50k on this account. So I'm going to do a 0.5% risk. We'll say 16 pip stop loss. So it's 1.56 lots trade. So if I show you my MetaTrader now, you can see I'm on my Taurex live account. We had some really nice trades. Especially this one on gold down here. Do you remember that? Just before I went away. This one, beautiful. These ones here I've been testing out. We've got a copy trading app, so you can actually link your account to some of the some experts on a leaderboard via our copy trading app. If anyone wants any more information on that, feel free to drop me a message. I've been testing it out, and look, it's pretty good. Really, really small, like lot size and whatever. So yeah, so this was 50. So what is it? Let's go back to it. Euro pound, nice tight spreads on that as well. It's only 0.3. So if I go for a 1.6 lot trade, I'm just going to press buy for now, and then my stop loss was 0.87177. If I could type, that would help. 87177. My TP is 0.89. So you can see I've only risked 0.5%, minus 350 $. and we'll see how that goes. Take profit would be 3,500, which is nice. I just realised I put my account in. That was stupid. Oh, my account's in dollars, isn't it? Not in pounds. It's actually 1.1. So now I put a bit more risk on than I should. Oh well. It's still risk, but it's still within the 1% risk, about 0.7% risk. Yeah, and Daniel, you're right here. I'm just reading what Daniel said. He said Britain is in shambles with the government bleeding out the country. Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate. You're not wrong there at all. Marty, if I buy euro dollar on the current area, isn't it too high, or will it go up without retracement? Let's have a look. If you buy euro dollar right now, let's have a look. I mean, the thing is, like, when you look at euro dollar on the daily, right, it's quite a bearish move. Oh, sorry, I'm not even looking at the chart. My bad. It's quite a bearish move, isn't it? Really interesting, you know, because the more and more I look at the technicals, the more I'm actually thinking that we might see some dollar strength from what I've seen. Unless this is just one big fake out, but if you look at the pound dollar, euro dollar, gold, well, not really gold, but pound dollar, euro dollar, we've seen quite an aggressive move to the downside. Was that just a big flush out of the lows, or was that the start of a new trend? I mean, the risk reward is much better to sell and actually buy a dollar than it is to sell it, but it doesn't really go with the fundamentals as such. But I'm looking at euro dollar now, and I'm thinking, well, this is a really nice bearish order block, right? And even if we just targeted this low here, that's the 3.8 to 1, right? And if we targeted like these lows along the way, 5 to 1, look at the risk reward. It's much better. I mean, that would be amazing, right? If we could see that. It's unlikely, but you know, I think we could at least see a 1-to-1 reaction here. And when I get to 1-to-1 risk reward, I always close half the position anyway, and so I'm risk free basically. So I'm actually thinking that maybe this is like my favourite trade, to be honest. So really, quite conflicting views on the dollar at the moment, which is probably a sign to leave it alone. So we'll see how my euro pound trade goes for a bit. But I have to say, the more I look at the technicals, the more I'm thinking, especially euro dollar. If you look at what happened here, high created, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Makes sense. It makes sense. So leave this one with me, guys. Let me update you on that one when it comes to Monday. There's a lot that's probably going to be said over the weekend and stuff, so we'll have a bit more clarity. I'm actually thinking maybe as well that should we see Jerome Powell get ousted, there might be a bit more unity within America, within the financial boards in America. So that could be dollar strength, to be fair, if you want to spin it that way. So leave it with me, and come and join my streams over the next couple of weeks, and I'll start to paint more of a clearer picture on that. We're going to do the giveaway very soon, guys. Remember, comment win. If you do win on the giveaway, what I need you to do is comment either your Discord username if possible. If you've come from X, from Twitter, comment me your X username. Ideally, your Discord username is much better, but I know there's some people here that have come from X, from my tweet earlier. So yeah, do one of them, so I can actually like give you the prize, you know. All right then. What about the stock market? What's the stock market telling us? Well, look, the stock market's more of the same, right? Everyone was panicking when we saw 2 days of downside last week. Looks to me like we're, actually created a bullish engulfing candle there on the S&P 500. I'm still bullish on stocks overall. So I'm looking. If I was actually here last week, I would have definitely tried to look to buy one of these dips because that would have looked really nice. I imagine on the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, look at that, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm still bullish on stocks for sure. Would have liked to have seen the Nasdaq down at 22,500. That was my area of support. You can see at one stage I was getting excited because I thought we was going to get down to this area so I could buy it. But it looks like it's not going to be the case. One of the markets that my trading bot uses is the DAX. So this trading bot I will give you more information on when the mentorship is ready, but I'm going to be releasing the strategy of what I do with the DAX, and I have a trading bot alongside it which will be available to purchase for people. But when I look at the DAX at the moment, you always have to put things into perspective. Like we're still bullish, okay? We created a marginal new high there. Yes, we came down and went lower, but for me, it's all about trying to get in at a decent area. Nah, it's not really much decent area. Did someone say something earlier? 23,400 for the DAX to go long. Ooh, not a massive fan of that. That's a difficult one, isn't it? We're sort of within this bearish leg. Reacted from the 61.8. There's not really a market that looks good to trade for me right now, to be honest. And I'm going to teach all. Yeah, I'm going to teach it all. I'm going to teach it all in my mentorship scheme. It's going to have one free strategy and then 3 advanced strategies that have been fully back tested, which I can show. We'll be showing all the results in the lesson. Be going through all of the drawdowns and the big wins and stuff like that. So I'll be explaining all of that in the video for that lesson. Right now I'm looking at sort of like they'll be like the premium strategies. I'm not charging thousands and thousands of dollars for the course. I really am not. The actual course is going to be free. The only thing that's going to be the premium bit is obviously the strategies that I've worked hard to do, and it's not going to cost that much. It's going to be something along the lines of $50 a month, or it's going to be something along the lines of having a $250 deposit into Taurex or something like that, which is the brokerage. Not sure how exactly it's going to look, but that's the sort of thing that I'm looking at. So I'm not going to be charging like $5,000 for a course, and I hate doing that. I've never done that, and I never will. And often there's no need for it. Like the stuff that's at the start of the course, you know, is an introduction into trading and stuff. Obviously, it's going to be presented in a nice way and edited in a really nice way, but it's not necessarily anything brand new. It's an introduction into trading, how to trade and stuff. So just the way that I'm doing it's going to be slightly different. All right then. So we've got a small trade. I've got a small trade on euro pound. I don't really like anything else at the moment. At the start of the stream, someone said to me that currency trading is quite difficult right now, and I'd have to agree. To be honest, it's looking quite tough. Yeah, and I'm also going to look to give away some mentorships, give away some yeah, I'll give away some of the premium subscriptions on the streams as well. Maybe I can introduce that as well. That'll be up to me, so I can do that. What other markets do I trade? I've forgotten. Let's look at oil. I quite like the look of oil downside, actually. In fact, I love the look of oil downside. Got a fair value gap in here to target. I like this, guys. I like this a lot, actually. That could have been an entry. I'm actually going down lower, even lower now. That's been respected. I'd see another break line. Yeah. Not the cleanest of entries in the world. Like, I like the idea of potentially going short now. But the problem is like, where do I put my stop loss? If I put it up there and I targeted the fair value gap, it's 1.7 to 1. So it's not the best risk reward. I wouldn't get out of bed for that. I mean, you could do something like that, but that's highly risky. That's highly risky, actually. Probably wouldn't recommend doing that. But oil looks to me like it's going to fall down to 61 or 62. P just says, I'm in a buy on gold. Nikhil, have you got any good areas on oil? Not really seeing anything at the moment which screams out to me. Looks like a bit of a mess, to be honest. It's a good scalp. This is a good scalp, actually. It's not a bad scalp. I might do like 0.2% on that. Yeah. Oh, we've got some questions coming through. Brett, hello to you. Oh no, we've got a couple of questions there. Goff says, what affects oil fundamentally? There's three things, or maybe two main things that would affect oil fundamentally. First of all, is the OPEC Plus. They decide how much oil is going to be supplied into the markets in terms of inventories. So we normally get a weekly report on that. So what you got to think is, if OPEC are deciding to flood more oil into the market, that means increased supply of oil. That means lower price, right? The other thing that affects oil is the state of the global economy, the demand side. So you've got the supply side and you've got the demand side. How much we demand oil as customers. Typically, in times of economic recession, there's less people flying planes, there's less products being produced, there's less people driving cars because they're saving on petrol, whatever it may be. Typically, there's less oil demanded or consumed, therefore demanded, during times of hardship in the economy. And that's why you see oil prices fall, like during COVID, for example, when everything shut down. During times of economic boom or economic strength, obviously there's a lot more demand for oil. Everyone's out and about. Companies are producing more products, etc., etc. So the price of oil goes higher. So they're the two things really that would affect oil. And the most underrated skill that a trader should develop. Underrated. Ooh. I'll tell you what. It's going to be part of risk management, but I'm not just going to say, be risk managed. That's what everyone says. The most underrated skill I think that traders should have, or traders should develop, is an in-play risk management plan. So a lot of people will be happy to place a trade and say, yeah, I put 1% risk on that. And then when they place the trade, they're like a deer in the headlights. They don't know what to do. They're like, do you know what I mean? The thing that helped me a lot was when I placed a trade, I had a plan for my risk management whilst I was in the trade. So what that would mean, what it looks like for me, is as soon as my trade hits 1-to-1 risk reward, I close half the position, no matter what. Don't care what's happening. 1-to-1, I close half. Because that then means that should my trade go down to my stop loss, my original stop loss, I'm risk free. Just helps me mentally. If I then get to 2-to-1 risk reward, I definitely move my stop loss to entry 100%, but I also maybe look to seeing where then I do a bit of analysis on the charts, and maybe I close a little bit more of the position if I want, or I just move it to stop loss, move my stop loss to entry, and then let the rest of the trade go. So a lot of people, they think they're risk managed, and they are when they go into the trade, but they have no plan when they're in the trade. So I call it an in-play risk management strategy. Okay then, people. I'm going to leave that oil trade, to be honest, because I'm just going to leave it. I don't really like it's too rushed for me. I'm going to be it's going to be too difficult to get in. But I do like the trade if anyone's looking. Okay then. I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed that I didn't maybe get like my favourite trade today. But I would agree that the markets look slightly meh. You know, I can't really see anything that like screams out to me yet, to be honest. To summarise, I like the dollar downside, but only to a certain point, and it's going to be so important how we react from that demand zone. That's like the biggest thing for me right now. Indices are in a great. I'm bullish on indices, but the pullback's already happened, and we're like 3/4 of the way up in the move. The same with gold, so I've missed out on those. So I'm just going to let the market settle, and then go again. On Monday when I come back on the live streams. So we're going to be doing the giveaway now. So as I said before, if you are a winner of any of the prizes, please drop your Discord username either on the chat whilst I'm there, or when this video gets posted onto YouTube, normally straight away or whenever, drop your if some people watching it back to see if they won, drop your Discord username on there as well. If you've come from X, on the stream today, then you can put your X username on there as well. And what I then do is I'll send you a message on how you can claim the prize. And it's just a case of signing up on the Atmos, and the team will credit you with the winnings. All right, so we're going to do first of all the 2 Atmos 10K accounts. So very best of luck to those who are in the giveaway. We've got 224 entries. So if I tell you what, if we can get the live streams up to say 500 views, then I can look to maybe keep the double giveaways for the foreseeable. Normally I do 1 10K, but doing 2 10Ks because I wasn't here over the last couple of weeks. So if you can share the links out with your friends or anyone who's interested in trading, retweet my stuff on X, follow me on social medias and share my stuff, then get that reach out, and then I'll be able to give more giveaways. Okay. So good luck to those who are in the giveaway draw today. The first winner of the 10K Atmos challenge it's Brett. Well done to you, Brett. You've won the 10K Atmos challenge. Congratulations to you. You've got your Discord username anyway. I think you're in the Discord channel, right? So drop me a message on there, and I'll show you and I'll tell you how you can credit your prize. Well done to you. The second winner is Itashi Ushiha. I can't pronounce that. Itashi, well done to you. You've won the second Atmos 10K giveaway. Congratulations. Brett's buzzing. Good man. Please, if you can, drop your Discord username. If the prize winners don't provide me with their usernames on X or on Discord, then the prize will be rolled over to the next stream. I promise you that. Congratulations. Yeah, amazing. The winner of our 50% deposit bonus into Taurex is Smart Money. Smart Money, if you're around, congratulations, you won a 50% deposit bonus into Taurex. We'll give you up to $250 free in your account after your deposit. So if you won, feel free to... thank you very much, Itachi. Drop me your Discord or X username, and I will be able to credit you that prize. I'll speak to the team, and when you've made your account, I'll make sure they credit you those winnings. And Musfira Ali, you also won a 50% deposit bonus into Taurex. Congratulations to you. You can check it on your profile, Itachi. You can go on your profile and see your username. Congratulations to you again if you won. Drop me your usernames and I will credit you those prizes. Congratulations to all of those winners. Amazing stuff. I'm going to be back live again on Monday, and guess what? We're doing double prizes again. So make sure you stay tuned on my X or my Instagram for any updates. And of course, come and join us in the Discord channel. I will share my trade ideas. If I find any trades that I'm placing that I'm not on the stream for, I will make sure I post them in the trade ideas section. We've got a prop Discord, and we've got a Taurex Discord, the broker Discord as well. I'm active in both. It's up to you. Depends what you prefer. Come and join us, and the link is in the description below. All right, then. That just leaves me to say I hope everyone has a fantastic trading day, and thank you for tuning in today. If anyone needs me, feel free to reach out on X or Instagram or on Discord, and I'll be more than happy to help. Until then, trade well, trade safe, and I'll see you all on Monday.